to correct everything that's going on. And the Warriors are turning into that third quarter team again, where Steph Curry comes, he has this gravity, they're moving the ball, and people are finding each other. The IQ of this team is so high that they are finding those spaces in the middle of the cuts while Steph Curry is running around the court. And that's what you saw in the second half. And then Steph Curry just, I don't even know what to say anymore, Bonte. What other words can you use? What? Fireball, flamethrower? What else can you call
adjectives when it comes to describing Steph and Curry.
There you go.
As the Warriors are down 9 at the half, and really fortunate to be down only 9 as Denver scored 70. But let's pick up the crunch time tape and overtime, because this was a riveting game. The Nuggets had went on a 10-0 run in the fourth quarter to take command, 109-100. But the Warriors kept crawling back, and Stephen Curry, he's a bad, bad man. We've seen that movie before, Fezzi.
Well, look at this lineup, first of all. You have Jonathan Kuminga at the unction. All the uncles with Jonathan Kuminga right there to close the game out. And Steph Curry, what do you do against that when Steph Curry hits that shot?
But then Eric Gordon was having a night of his life, and we thought maybe that was the game winner, as he made that three, and he was feeling good back in his home county, his home region, Fezzi.
Bonte, you know Steph saw that and took that personal. Who takes this shot right here for the game, Bonte?
34-foot three ball.
That's Steph Curry.
To tie the game from the Chase Center logo. Didn't give Denver a chance to foul.
No,
look at
Nikola Jokic. Nikola doesn't even know what to do, because you can't come all the way out there on Steph. He's a point guard. He's going to drive by you, but Steph is going to shoot that.
Final possession, great individual defense by Draymond Green. He contested the Jokic shot right there, and we're going to overtime. We got an extra 5 minutes here, and as you mentioned, it was the unction with Jonathan Kuminga learning how to play with these OGs. Stephen Curry coming off another great Al Horford screen. Splash. Warriors up 3, Fezzi.
Another one of those where Steph throws it up, and he start backpedaling. You already know what time it is.
And hey, welcome Uncle Al.
Big fella! Uncle Al. Somebody asked me if Al still has it. Come on, man.
He made 3 threes tonight. You see JK on the break off a steal with the nice Euro there. Warriors up 5. And then Al Horford
Great
again.
Play.
Nice pump fake.
Great play.
Finds Jimmy after he passed up a shot for the free throw line.
Nui. That's what that play was.
There it is right there. It's Stephen Curry going in with the exclamation point to put the Warriors up 8 there in overtime, 135 and 127. You see the night right there. Al Horford, though, 5 of 8 from the floor off the bench, 3 of 4 from the three-point line, 13 points, and the Warriors made all the right plays down the stretch. Again, it was the unction with Jonathan Kuminga down the stretch.
So I want to break this down. The first half, the Denver Nuggets played the physicality battle, and they won that battle in the first half. The Warriors adjusted, and if you have any question about the Warriors being old, you watch that overtime tape to understand. Al Horford, Jimmy Butler, Steph Curry, and Draymond Green playing with Jonathan Kuminga. A little sprinkle of youth in there, but what I love is the older guys made all these big plays. Al Horford hit a big shot, played incredible defense on Nikola Jokic. Nikola is not going to have many games like this. 8 for 22 from the field. That was the real X factor in the game, taking him out of the game.
No doubt, Jonathan Kuminga pressuring the ball, whether it was Jamal Murray, at times getting switched on to Jokic and the OGs, letting the young fella know where to be, when to be, and of course they were led by the chef, Stephen Curry. It never gets old, folks. Year number 17 for Stephen Curry. He's 37 years young. The 17th home opener. And in the first half, as he had a slow night, just 7 points, 1 of 5 from the three-point line, but he saved his best for last with 35 big ones in the second half and overtime.
Before the game, we talked about how Steph has surpassed 35,000 minutes in the NBA. That is a lot of miles, and you can see that he's not anywhere near being done. Steph Curry came alive in the second half. The reason why the whole arena came alive, and his ability to hit shots, timely shots, and from the range that he does it scares the entire league.
You know, he had a look in his eye in the preseason against Portland. Well, I'm thinking to myself, Steph, it's not game 50. This is a preseason game. He has that look in his eye early this season because he feels like last year ended incompletely with the hamstring strain in the second round of the playoffs, and he's come out on fire here. He hasn't missed a free throw yet, Fezzi Phil, and as you mentioned earlier, it never gets old. How do you describe this young man?
You can only appreciate it by understanding all the work that goes into what you see every night. You saw Steph early in the summer running up and down sand dunes with a weighted vest on. This doesn't just happen. There's a lot of work that goes into this, and the leadership of this team. I've seen it all across the board. Everybody's committed to this vision. You see it with Steph, but you see it all the way down the bench to the rookie, Will Richards. They come into the game knowing the assignment and knowing that that is the guy that you have to get open to get this team done.
Now, we talked about Batman here in Stephen Curry. Well, what about Robin? Robin came along for the ride, including that big 3 in overtime. Jimmy buckets. He finished 21 21 with 21 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. He mentioned in Fitz and Buki about his missed free throw. 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Not the most efficient night, 6 of 15, but he made all the right plays, and his defense was very underrated tonight.
You were talking about the defense? I thought you were going to talk about the big three hit at the end, the nice shot.
Well, I know Mully probably turned off the TV right now, but it's okay. We got to talk about some defense at times, timely defense.
What I love about Jimmy Butler is he is always on balance. He's always going to make the right play when he has the ball. It just feels like when you throw the ball in the air and he's around it, he just has such a great knack for it. Make great plays. Drove into the paint a couple times, fouled Al Horford one time, found Draymond Green at the rim. Just great plays by high IQ players are what lead to wins in these close situations.
What about that final possession where he hits the three? We looked earlier in that possession. He had the wide open free throw jumper, decided not to take it. We're like, uh-oh, that could be the best shot you get during this possession. But he said, you know what? I can still hit these big threes. Remember what I did in Miami and Philadelphia and Minnesota? That was a welcome sign for Jimmy Butler hitting that three.
Well, I love that the play started off with Al Horford as well, driving to the middle of the paint and kicking it out. So, like, this is just high IQ basketball. Finding the seams, and Steph Curry had already carried the team to that point, and finding a way to take advantage of the space created by Steph Curry. This is just what this team is about right now, and I love that the chemistry continues to form as the season goes along.
It's only game number 2.
Yes.
Got to do more of these. But what does a win like this mean for the Golden State Warriors playing a title contender in Denver and outlasting them in the fashion that they did?
Monte is a confidence builder. The Warriors just want to show what exactly they can do. That last season, finishing off the way they did with injuries being riddling this season, they felt like they have something to prove this season. And coming in, you can feel the energy, you can feel the intent all through training camp, through preseason, and now they feel like if they are healthy come the playoffs, that they can make some noise.
So Dubs open the season 2-0 with a big win over Denver and the LA Lakers. We'll hear from Steph Curry on it.